Alright, hello everyone, my name is Sage and welcome to second episode of my playthrough of Cassette Beasts. Today we're gonna start exploring a little bit the world we are in and go also meet up with the Eugene, the outskirts. We got that quest at the end of the previous episode, so without further ado, let's jump into the action for today and see what will be in store for us. First thing first for today is I checked out these merchant stands that I was able to find here in the harbor town, but I noticed that none of them are actually selling me any new tapes, which is a bit unfortunate because I'm very much running low on them. I later on investigated online that it doesn't seem to be something that you can get from these merchants. You might find some wandering merchants apparently that might have tapes to sell, and mostly you can just find them on the wilderness. If I'm correct about this, we will probably notice this as we explore further in the game, that how is it actually going to be, but that is just what I read on the internet for now. Here I also found the Kaylee's apartment, nothing too special about that at the moment, she's just chilling here. She also has a chest here we can take and get actually a little bit kind of a special type of tape, which is good for catching a specific type of monsters, so that is kinda interesting. I searched around the harbor town a little bit just to see what kind of buildings there are. Is there anything super interesting at the moment going on here? And yeah, we can find some chests on the rooftops, for example, and some NPCs to talk to in the buildings. But other than that, there doesn't really seem to be like anything super important at the moment we can do here at the moment. All the NPCs are just giving some random conversations, but nothing seems to be anything that demands our attention at the moment. Well, we have this guy here who actually gives us a side quest though, to collect some wood, which is of course something we can accept, and as we move along in our adventures, we'll kinda automatically find wood from here and there. So once we get the 300 wood, we can kinda turn in this quest for this guy. But it probably still will take a pretty long while, because at the moment I only have 98 wood in my inventory, so that's gonna give us a little bit kind of a hint at how much time we might need to collect actually that wood. But as said, we're gonna do the acting on your best behavior mission today and see what that is gonna hold inside it. Probably we're gonna meet up with the Eugene, partner up with him, and do some battling with him apparently. So we arrived at the outskirts and meet up with the Eugene here. He will have some things to tell us about that, what he is actually doing here. Apparently he wants to take on some forces of evil, which sounds very menacing. So let's see what are these evil guys that he's actually talking about.
All right.
As I kinda suspected, we unlocked the Eugene as a new partner here, and he will be accompanying us to this mission as we are gonna try to break into this stronghold. We also unlocked a new monster with him called Cloxley, so I guess this is kinda like his main partner monster, I guess you could say. Pretty good looking and cool looking monster. And yeah, without further ado, we're gonna soon enough break into the apartment and see what's gonna happen in there then.
Hey!
So the name of this guy is Landkeeper, and they're talking about sales pitch, which is kinda not what I was expecting from these guys. our guy himself thinks that Eugene was talking about vampires. I guess it was a little bit hinted that they could be, but they're actually estate agents, and apparently that is a bad thing because they are trying to maybe kind of take over the properties of the harbor town and stuff like that. And that seems kind of fishy apparently for Eugene at least.
Hey!
So without further ado, we're gonna start a fight with these guys after this little cutscene and see if we can beat them up a little bit. Level wise, at least this fight should be pretty doable. At the moment I still don't know much about the type match up, so I am not sure, like for example, how well my snake's poison attacks work here. The Eugene's monster is apparently something called plastic type, which is also something very interesting. He has a pretty good ability here that turns his melee attacks into ranged attacks, which is, I guess, pretty interesting thing, because there is a difference between the ranged attacks and melee attacks, and they are also separate stats in this game. There's not like physical and special attacks split in this game like in Pokémon, but more like is the attack melee or ranged. Also here we learn a little bit about the plastic, so there are different kind of interactions between different types, as we learned in the last time as well. So the enemy skeleton looking thing is earth type apparently, and Eugene's monster is plastic type, so they have this interaction that was mentioned on the screen there. But apparently this fight looks pretty winnable, and here we learn that the poison actually is not good against the earth type, because they can deliver extra damage with that. So yeah, kinda makes sense that poison is not good against earth type. It's kinda same as in Pokemon and ground types versus poison types. But the poison at least does a little bit damage, which is pretty good, and we also were able to take out the first guy. Now we just need to finish the skeleton thing off, and we are hopefully then successfully won the fight. We also learned a little bit later on in the game that the enemies also can have multiple monsters, so if we beat one of their tapes, they can still change to another one, so they can have multiple of them. Also we do take a bit of a beating there, and Eugene comes in and finishes off the fight, thankfully. Even if we did lose our snake there, we still would have been able to change into one of our tapes in the back, so it doesn't mean that we would have lost the fight completely anyway. But yeah, we still got it beaten pretty easily.
Yeah!
And now we get update to the quest itself. There actually are more of these strongholds around the world. We need to go around and find them and beat these guys up pretty much. And we got the key also from this guy that we can now use to open up any roof windows we find on those buildings. We also get this information about rumors that can be found from the harbor town. We also get a little side quest regarding that we can find some rumors there, and the quest tells us to find 3 rumors from the harbor town. As I return to harbor town, I start going after these rumors and see if I can find them from here. After resting up my team, we do find this guy with the question mark on his head, and he gives us a rumor about these Landkeepers gathering in some different area. So this actually gives us a good hint where we could find more of those Landkeepers. I don't know exactly does my key work to all of these rooftop windows. The Eugene gave us the key, but I don't know, does it work to... Do I need to collect the key again to every single one of them, or how does it work? But anyway, we're not gonna worry about that at the moment. We're just gonna keep on trying to search for more of these rumors here around the town. And after exploring a little bit, we do find another NPC with another rumor to give us. This one actually is a bit different. It tells us about a monster, specific monster in this Harborton outskirts area. I don't know, it gave us a side quest there. Does it actually mean that I would have to go try to find this monster and catch it? Or what does that quest actually want us to do? Because it wasn't very clear about the objective of it. So I just kind of assume it was about that. We find this astrologer character here who tells us something about astral type monsters, which apparently is also a new type of monsters. I really don't remember finding any of these yet in the wild. And apparently astral type monsters has some interesting interactions with other types as the astrologers just explained us there. But other than that, I was not able to find the third rumor yet here in the town, so after, you know, searching around a little while again, I decided I will actually head out and try to find that monster that was mentioned in one of those rumors and see if I could catch it, to see if that would complete that side quest. After running around a while, we do find this dog creature that the rumor mentioned would be running around here in the area, and I think that the quest is there for us to try to, you know, catch this monster to complete the quest then. So we will take down this mole creature here and then start trying to record this dog guy here to catch it and hopefully get the quest completed with that. The mole guy goes thankfully down in a single hit, so pretty easy to deal with, and then we begin the recording here, and with the Eugene's monster we try to start whittling this thing's HP down as well to get the percent chance to capture this thing a little bit higher, because it actually only started with 25%, so that's a bit lower than I anticipated for a level 2 monster, honestly. We get the the percent chance to 49, so unfortunately we didn't get the successful recording of this thing. I think it was pretty close, but yeah, because it was just a tad bit under the 50%, it was still pretty unlikely to do. I now only have one tape left, and I don't want to honestly waste it here, so I just decided to take this monster down in the end, because, you know, I only have one tape left as said, and I don't want to take a risk that I fail again and then I lose my last tape and then I have nothing to even try to catch this thing anymore. After the fight I retreat back to Harbor Town to kinda, you know, take a little step back, look through the current quests that I have, and kind of try to, you know, plan out a little bit what I want to do next. And that's going to be all for the second episode of my playthrough here. As said, there are now a lot of different quests that I can do. The world is kind of opening us for exploration, so I kind of decided I want to take a little step back here, plan out my next steps, and decide what I want to do next time as I continue the playthrough. But on the next episode I can tell that we are gonna do a little bit of world exploration, maybe find some puzzles to solve, and you know, just, you know, have a good look around what is around us in the world. Try to, you know, get some quests maybe completed as well, and just kind of have a little bit kind of just, you know, episode where we get more used to the world and the gameplay and the combats and all that kind of jazz. Thank you for watching this episode of my Cassette Beasts playthrough. If you enjoyed this part, remember to like the video, comment down any thoughts you might have below in the comment field about the game, or if you have any other comments in mind, let me know. Of course, if you're new viewer here, remember to subscribe to support the channel. And as always, I will see you all with the future videos. For now, it's bye bye.